In the late 1980s and throughout the 1990s, one actress stood out as the undisputed queen of the romantic comedy genre, Meg Ryan. She was far more than just a movie star. She became a cultural icon. With her infectious smile and effortless girl-next-door charm, she was the woman every man wanted to date, and every woman wanted to emulate. Her box office appeal was extraordinary, and at the height of her career, she could open a film simply by having her name attached to it. Hollywood recognized her as box office gold. But how did Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hyra, a girl from Fairfield, Connecticut, transform into one of the most beloved actresses of her generation? More importantly, what happened to her? Before she was known as America's sweetheart, Meg Ryan was Margaret Mary Emily Ann Hyra, a journalism student at New York University trying to make ends meet. Born on November 19, 1961, in Fairfield, Connecticut, Ryan didn't initially aspire to be a Hollywood starlet. Her dream was to become a journalist. However, to earn extra money while studying, she began appearing in television commercials for brands like Burger King, AIM, and toothpaste. This side job would ultimately change the course of her life. Her first screen appearance came in 1981 at the age of 20, playing Candice Bergen's daughter in the film Rich and Famous. While it was a minor role, it marked the beginning of her acting career. Adopting the stage name Meg Ryan, taken from her grandmother's maiden name, she was ready to start fresh. Meg Ryan's real breakthrough came when she was cast as Betsy Stewart on the CBS soap opera As the World Turns. She stayed on the show for 2 years, from 1982 to 1984, and her character's romantic storyline helped boost the show's ratings. America began to take notice of this blonde, blue-eyed actress with an effervescent personality. By 1984, Ryan left the soap to pursue bigger opportunities and moved to Los Angeles. The year 1986 marked a turning point in her career. She landed a small but memorable role in Top Gun, playing Carol Bradshaw, the wife of Goose, played by Anthony Edwards. Though it wasn't a leading role, audiences remembered her radiant smile and energy. Ryan later recounted to Rolling Stone that this was when she realized her career was changing, as people would stop her on the street and say, "You're Goose's wife." Later in 1986, Ryan starred alongside comedy legends John Candy and Eugene Levy in Armed and Dangerous. Despite the star-studded cast, the film was a commercial and critical failure, earning a mere 9% on Rotten Tomatoes and quickly forgotten at the box office. In 1987, she earned her first Independent Spirit Award nomination for her role in Promised Land. That same year, she starred in Inner Space, a project that truly showcased her talent. Even as a young viewer, one could see the undeniable chemistry between her and co-star Dennis Quaid. The film captured a genuine spark between the two, both on and off screen. Ryan's performance was warm, funny, and bright, delivered with an effortless charm that Hollywood immediately recognized. Suddenly, she wasn't just the girl from Top Gun. She was the actress everyone wanted to work with. Though Inner Space didn't catapult her to superstardom, it made the industry and audiences pay close attention. It was the moment people saw her true potential, the blend of charm, comedic timing, and grounded vulnerability that would soon define an entire era of romantic comedies. This was Meg Ryan just before her breakthrough, the moment before she caught fire. In 1988, she reunited with Dennis Quaid in the noir thriller remake DOA, and their off-screen romance became public, captivating audiences who loved to see the real-life couple together on screen. That same year, she also starred in The Presidio, alongside Sean Connery and Mark Harmon, signaling Hollywood's confidence in her as a leading lady opposite heavyweight actors. Ryan's real ascent to superstardom came with 1989's When Harry Met Sally, directed by Rob Reiner and written by Nora Ephron. The film was not just a box office success, but a cultural phenomenon that posed the timeless question: can men and women truly be just friends? Ryan's portrayal of Sally Albright, opposite Billy Crystal's Harry, was pitch perfect. Quirky, smart, vulnerable, sometimes annoying, but always incredibly real. The film contained one of the most iconic scenes in cinema history, the fake orgasm scene at Katz's Delicatessen, culminating in the legendary line, "I'll have what she's having." The film grossed over $92 million, and Ryan earned nominations for a Golden Globe and a BAFTA. Hollywood had found its new romantic comedy queen. In 1990, Ryan starred in Joe vs. the Volcano, her first film pairing with Tom Hanks. The quirky offbeat movie saw Ryan playing 3 different roles: Dee Dee, Angelica, and Patricia. While the film was a box office disappointment, the chemistry between Ryan and Hanks was undeniable. The following year, she appeared in Oliver Stone's The Doors, playing Pamela Corson, Jim Morrison's girlfriend. This role demonstrated her range, proving she could handle drama and darker material in addition to romantic comedies. On Valentine's Day in 1991, she married Dennis Quaid, solidifying their status as Hollywood's golden couple. The 1990s truly belonged to Meg Ryan. In 1992, she and Quaid welcomed their son, Jack. Just 3 months later, Ryan was back on set filming what would become one of her biggest hits, Sleepless in Seattle, 1993. The film reunited her with Tom Hanks and director Nora Ephron, and told a modern fairy tale about 2 destined lovers who don't meet until the very end. The movie was a massive success, grossing $227 million worldwide, and earned Ryan another Golden Globe nomination. The media and audiences officially dubbed Ryan and Hanks the new Tracy and Hepburn. However, Ryan was eager to break free from being typecast solely in lighthearted roles. In 1994, she took on a more challenging part in When a Man Loves a Woman, where she portrayed an alcoholic wife and mother struggling with addiction. This raw, unglamorous role earned critical praise and showed a different side of her acting abilities. Yet, she also returned to lighter fare that year with IQ, a romantic comedy in which she played Albert Einstein's niece. In 1995, Ryan scored another rom-com hit with French Kiss, opposite Kevin Kline. Then, in 1996, she demonstrated her dramatic chops again with Courage Under Fire, a military drama starring Denzel Washington. To prepare, Ryan lost weight and endured rigorous training, delivering a performance that proved she was more than just the girl next door. In 1997, Ryan lent her voice to the animated film Anastasia, playing the lost Russian princess and introducing her charm to a new generation. The following year, she starred in City of Angels, opposite Nicolas Cage, and in You've Got Mail, her third collaboration with Tom Hanks and Nora Ephron. You've Got Mail was another commercial success, grossing $250 million worldwide. By the end of the decade, Meg Ryan was earning between $10 to $15 million per film, ranking among the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. She was the romantic comedy genre personified, capable of opening a movie with her name alone. Behind the perfect image, however, trouble was brewing. In 2000, while filming Proof of Life in Ecuador alongside Russell Crowe, Ryan's life took a dramatic turn. She and Crowe began an affair, and when the story broke, it shocked the public. America's sweetheart suddenly found herself embroiled in scandal. The wholesome, lovable girl-next-door image she had carefully cultivated was shattered overnight. Dennis Quaid filed for divorce the same year. The public mostly sided with Quaid, painting Ryan as a homewrecker and betrayer of the values she had represented on screen. The affair with Crowe was brief, ending in 2001, and Ryan later revealed that her marriage had been troubled for years. But the media narrative was already set. The fallout was harsh. Hollywood, which had gone to great lengths to work with her, suddenly turned cold. The romantic comedy queen had fallen from grace, and the industry was unforgiving. Ryan tried to continue her career with Kate and Leopold in 2001, which saw moderate success, but the landscape was shifting. Then, in 2003, she made a bold and controversial choice by starring in The Cut, a dark, sexually explicit thriller directed by Jane Campion. Ryan appeared nude for the first time in graphic love scenes, a stark departure from the sweet roles that had defined her. The film was a commercial failure and divided critics, audiences who wanted the wholesome Meg Ryan were shocked and confused. The film grossed only $23 million. During a promotional interview on the Parkinson talk show, Ryan seemed visibly annoyed when questioned about filming nude scenes, offering one-word answers and creating an awkward moment that went viral, further damaging her public image. Meanwhile, something else caught the media's attention. Ryan's appearance was changing dramatically. Although she never publicly confirmed undergoing cosmetic procedures, experts and observers noted significant alterations to her face. Her facial structure looked notably different from the natural beauty that had originally made her famous. When she appeared at the 2016 Tony Awards, the reaction was swift and harsh, with rampant speculation about plastic surgery becoming another barrier in her career. Hollywood is notoriously unforgiving about aging, but it is equally brutal toward visible attempts to fight it. Casting directors saw a face they no longer recognized. The girl-next-door charm that had been Ryan's trademark seemed altered, even frozen. Whether fair or not, the combination of her changed appearance and her tarnished public reputation made her far less castable. Roles became scarce much faster than before. Against the Ropes flopped, and by the mid-2000s, the actress who once commanded 8-figure salaries was struggling to find work. In 2006, Ryan adopted a daughter from China named Daisy True Ryan and embraced single motherhood. She began stepping back from the spotlight, reassessing her life and prioritizing family. What the tabloids rarely reported was that Ryan was also battling physical health challenges. She has dealt with arthritis, a degenerative condition affecting her hips, which sometimes causes her to walk with a noticeable limp. These hip problems and their physical limitations added yet another layer of difficulty to an already challenging period for her. Despite these challenges, Ryan continued working sporadically, appearing in The Women, 2008, Serious Moonlight, 2009, and guest spots on shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm and Lisa Kudrow's Web Therapy. By this point, however, she was no longer chasing the Hollywood spotlight as aggressively. Ryan had largely retreated from Los Angeles to New York, focusing on raising her children, Jack and Daisy, away from the Hollywood machine. Between 2010 and 2019, she dated musician John Mellencamp on and off, even becoming engaged in 2018, although that relationship eventually ended as well. In 2015, Meg Ryan made her directorial debut with Ithaca, a World War II drama she also starred in. The film received mixed reviews and had limited distribution, but it was a pivotal moment. Ryan was taking control of her own narrative, moving behind the camera where her appearance could not be scrutinized as harshly. For years, fans wondered if Meg Ryan would ever make a full return to the screen. In 2023, she answered that question with What Happens Later, a romantic comedy she directed, produced, and starred in alongside David Oyelowo. The film was intimate and proved she still possessed that ineffable charm, now wielded with more wisdom, life experience, and authenticity. Ryan has spoken openly about Hollywood's ageism and the impossible standards imposed on actresses. She has addressed cosmetic surgery speculation by simply stating, "I can't pay attention to it. I just can't. It's just not worth it." Now in her early 60s, Ryan has relocated to Montecito, California, where sources say she has found peace and a renewed sense of purpose. She has embraced a Zen lifestyle, surrounded by a close-knit group of friends, focusing on wellness and creativity. She continues to direct and has expressed interest in developing projects that highlight stories typically ignored by Hollywood. Though she is not remarried, Ryan has spoken candidly about how dating remains as complicated and ridiculous as ever. Her son, Jack Quaid, has followed in her footsteps and become a successful actor, starring in The Boys and major films like Oppenheimer and Scream, carrying on the family legacy. Reflecting on her journey, from a journalism student doing toothpaste commercials to becoming the highest-paid actress in Hollywood, Meg Ryan's story is more compelling than any script. The affair with Russell Crowe was a catalyst for her career's downturn. Meg Ryan was a woman of natural beauty, with features that suggested she would age gracefully, Yet somewhere along the way, she altered her appearance so dramatically that audiences no longer saw the Meg Ryan they once adored on screen. Instead, they saw someone different. This is not intended as a criticism, but rather a reflection of the impossible pressure in Hollywood to maintain eternal youth. The industry's obsession with beauty and allure affects both men and women. For instance, Mickey Rourke, a once striking leading man, self-sabotaged his career through excessive cosmetic procedures and became almost unrecognizable. On the other hand, Tom Hanks, Ryan's co-star in iconic films, aged naturally. He gained weight, looked fuller, and embraced the aging process. While Hollywood demands different standards for men and women, many actresses have aged gracefully and maintained their careers, gaining respect and admiration. Sometimes, acceptance is key. It's about how we feel about ourselves. When someone alters themselves so drastically that the softness, warmth, and essence that endeared them to audiences disappears, viewers disconnect. They no longer associate the actor with the characters they loved. Meg Ryan was once untouchable in the 1980s and 90s, defining an entire genre and captivating audiences worldwide. The choices she made, her affair, cosmetic changes, and the struggle to hold on to something naturally slipping away, cost her more than any scandal ever could. The greatest lesson here is not only about Hollywood's cruelty, but about acceptance, understanding that aging is inevitable, and that fighting it too hard can rob you of what made you special in the first place. Meg Ryan's story is a poignant reminder of the fragility of fame and the power of authenticity. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this type of content and appreciate retrospectives, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Your support makes a tremendous difference to the channel. As always, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.